guys, it's Kendra from Crafty Kendra, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is bring in our card base, which is Sahara Sand. It measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using the Punched Posies stamp set. We're going to take this little trio flower, and using our Sahara Sand ink, we're going to do a little tone-on-tone stamping. And what we're going to do is we're just going to create a little border around the edge of our card, turning our stamp as we go around so that we get different images and it doesn't look like too much of a planned pattern. Okay, and then just to make sure that this will be covered, we're going to go ahead and do a few more just to make sure that the pattern carries in, and if it overlaps in the center, you don't need to worry about that. What we got there is good. We're going to go ahead and take this piece and set it aside. The next thing we're going to do is bring in a piece of Elegant Eggplant, and I've already taken it and used my Big Shot to emboss it with the Elegant Lines embossing folder. And this piece of Elegant Eggplant measures 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to flip it over and we're just going to smooth it out so that the raised edges are on the bottom, because we want it to have this design and the raised edges, but I don't need it to be quite as dramatic and out there. So push that out. We're going to bring in our snail and attach snail to the back. And where there's lots of design, you're going to find that it's hard because the snail runner can't really grab onto it. And after you get the snail on it, you're going to layer it on top of a piece of Marina Mist, and this piece measures 3 3/4 by 4 4/4. We're just going to adhere that down. And you'll notice that my corners are rounded, and I did that before I embossed. Again, I'm just going to rub across the back of this piece to help lay down some of that embossing, just like that. I'm going to bring in a piece of Marina Mist taffeta ribbon, and we're going to wrap it around and we're going to tie a bow. And I do have a bow tying video in my library that goes step by step and shows you how. Okay, and when I have a bow that I like, I'm going to bring in my ribbon scissors and clean up the edges. And these scissors are just paper snips, but I only use them for ribbon, so that way they're always nice and sharp, so I get nice crisp cuts on my ribbon. Alright, I'm going to set that aside for just a second and bring in a scrap piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. What we're going to do is bring in our Marina Mist ink, and we're going to stamp that trio flower stamp again onto this scrap piece. You'll see it there. And there's actually the Boho Blossoms punch coordinates with this stamp set. So we're just going to slide the punch in and line it up with our images and punch them out. I've also gone ahead and done that with the Elegant Eggplant color and the Sahara Sand. Just like that. So now what we're going to do is using our mini glue dots, we're going to attach these flowers to this base. And before I attach them, I'm going to go ahead and lay them out how I like them, because we want to make sure that we have a nice even spread of the colors. I think I like it like that. So now we're just going to adhere them down with mini glue dot. The reason I'm using mini glue dots is because I don't want to use dimensionals, because I don't want them to stand so tall. And because there is texture behind here, I don't know if the snail will always hold. So using a mini glue dot, I know that it'll stay. Alright. And there we go. We got them all nice and everywhere that we want them. Going to go ahead and flip this over. And I'm going to attach some dimensionals to the back. And if you have an extra little bit on the side of your dimensional sheet, you can go ahead and use that up. It's great for pieces like this. I don't happen to have any, so I'm just going to use a couple full dimensionals. Okay, we're going to attach it to our card base so it's towards the bottom right corner. Just like that. Set it aside again. We're going to bring in a 4" by 5 1/4" piece of Very Vanilla and our Elegant Eggplant ink pad along with that trio stamp, and we're just going to stamp our flowers a couple times in 2 of the opposing corners. Alright, and after we've stamped those, just to give the inside piece a little bit of character, we're going to bring in our Marina Mist, and we're just going to drag our ink pad along the edges to give it a little bit of interest. And this gives it a different effect than sponging, because you'll get some of the lines and texture from the ink pad itself because of the fabric that makes it up. So you'll get something that looks like that. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to flip it over and attach some snail to the back. And attach it to the inside. You'll notice that this card doesn't have a greeting, and that's because it would be perfect for lots of different occasions. A thank you, a happy birthday. It would also work for a happy anniversary or a congratulations card. I left it blank so that you know that it would be good for lots of different occasions. Easy ways to add a greeting would be to put it on the inside. You could also stamp out the greeting and make it a banner up here. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks.